This is Ed, aka the Bagel, and I'm coming back to you for another week of Bagel on Booze. This week's selection, not really sure what we're going to think about it. Not really sure what the hell possessed me to buy this. Drunk or something, I don't know. What I know is I got it. I forgot that I had it. I found it when I was moving around beers last week to do last week's beer review. It's not that old of a beer. It's from December, so we're not reviewing something that's like a year old. Actually, that might be kind of cool to do, see if it still tastes any good. Maybe review something that's, mental note for that for future is review something new, review something old, and see if it's still tastes any good or it's hot garbage. But anyway, it is what it is. I picked it up. So we're here. I'm going to try it. And what is it? Well, I guess we can fire up the beer cam to show you. We have Peppermint Porter. It's from Smuttynose Brewing Company. They're out of Hampton, New Hampshire. It's not that bad. It's 6.3 ABV. It's peppermint. I know I've done in the past, I did Guinness's chocolate mint, at least chocolate in the front, this, we don't know. But I don't know. In any event, this is not one of their normal offerings. It's offered out by Smuttlabs. It's a hell of a freaking name. Be careful you don't slip and tongue twist on that one. But what it is Smuttlabs is Smuttynose. I'm going to screw this up tonight, and I'm going to say something that probably should not. But in any event, Smuttynose's experimental arm, and they use it to showcase, basically new and unique beers. Unique is an understatement on this. And the way that they advertise is that no ingredient is off limit and no style is off limit. Any combination, any weirdness, it's going to come in there. They've gone, looking at some of their past offerings, they've gone pretty simple with something as a rice stout, but they've gone a little bit more venturesome with chocolate banana split, which sounds fantastic. And then we got some really wild ones that are out there, which, one of which is, if I can recall it correctly, it is smoked peached stout Vice. That's a mouthful. Supposedly it's really great. It's one of the best combo beers or Vice beers that people said that they've had. There's also something they call Smoosh Moosh, which is actually a sour ale based upon and mimics the Sex on the Beach cocktail. But obviously, Peppermint Porter is definitely out there on the more wild side than the tame side, or, I don't know. The website says it's peppermint with chocolate notes. That's to be seen. Again, like I said, there's no freaking name of chocolate in here. I looked at label, everything for here, there's nothing that says anything about chocolate. It's peppermint all over the place. So I don't have much confidence, in connection with it. So, nothing screams chocolate on there. I do still have a, which I guess maybe might be for comparison, is I still do have a chocolate mint from Guinness. So maybe we'll crack that open, fire it up, see how the hell it matches up against this. Maybe we'll do a little face off. Who knows? But it is what it is. So we're going to go ahead. We'll go ahead and, get into that. We'll flip things around a little bit. We've been doing that the last week. And I know I usually go in and start giving you a little bit of background of stuff, but let's get in. We'll start tasting the beer, and then we'll give you the freaking, the more stuff about it. So, we'll go ahead and let me get stuff here, get my glass. Remember, I can't do it. I got to pour it, get it in. Doesn't jump on the green screen, which we're actually using a blue screen tonight. So we'll see what happens, and we'll see how it fires up. So stick around. We'll be right back.
I drink, and I know things.
Okay, so, well, I guess with this, I'm not gonna be able to show you the beer. We'll show you kind of from there. You know, I, blue screen, the glass, scrolling stuff up. So I can't show you, but you can see kind of here. Nice good head off of it. Nice and dark as we would expect off on a porter. We'll go ahead and give it a good old sniff test. Definitely some peppermint. I'm not getting any chocolate off of this at all. I don't know. I guess I'm a little hesitant to drink it if this thing is like straight up peppermint. But this coming from the guy who went out and what was it? I guess back when Cold Slab or whatever the heck they're called, you could get anything and mix what I think I did get peppermint ice cream with peppermint patties in it. So that's different, I guess, drinking it. So I guess I can't freaking chicken out. Just suck it up and we'll try it. So we'll see, and we'll find out if it's good or crappy. So. Oh. Um, yeah, definitely peppermint in there. I'm not getting any chocolate. Oh, not. I don't know. I know I'm saying hate it, but continue to drink it, doing it for science, prosperity, whatever the heck you want to call it. I'm just not getting it. Um, it's kind of horrible. It's got peppermint. I'm not getting any. Like I said, and I keep saying it, I'm not getting any chocolate come through. It's almost like I dare say it. It's like burnt peppermint. I'm getting like the toasted notes on the backside. To me, it's not meshing well. I got like peppermint minty taste, but I've also got like a kind of like a burnt toast taste that's there with it. Ooh, um, yeah. I think that might actually be worse than the chili beer that we did before. You know, oh crap, Jesus Christ. It's like I got a bad back mouth taste on this thing. I don't know. Uh, it just it's kind of nasty. So I don't know. Let me fire up. See how it tastes in comparison. I know we did the Guinness, but we'll do it kind of rate it in with that. I know we got a beer opener around here somewhere. Let's see what we've got for that. Crack that open. I guess I should pour it in glass. Got that. I'm going to do 2 beers here. Beer and a half, I guess. That sets up as we did before. It sets up very nice. I guess we'll do side by side test. So see, much smoother. We got the chocolate. There is, I get the oakiness, as we said before, it's aged in bourbon barrels, kind of kicks it up a couple notches. That's a good smooth beer. Chocolate is the primary. We get the oakiness out from the bourbon barrels that they age in. And then you get kind of a little bit of refreshed mint off of that. This, like hot garbage. I don't know. Just it's not great. So so I guess I'll continue. I'll do it. I gotta man up, drink it. We'll finish it off, and I'll kind of I guess do 2 beers. We'll we'll drink this primarily, and then I'll finish off with this, depending on how far we get. So, it's that time, kids. It's time for the more you know. It's that time. It's the more you know time. And, I guess there anything to talk about. I know it's not Christmas time, but, peppermint. Thing comes to mind with peppermint is not this hot garbage, but candy canes. Can't think, not think about candy canes when we talk about peppermint. God, that's so bad. Almost done. Hopefully, got a little bit more. I can get to the good stuff, but as I kind of went and looked at it, just like with pretzels that we talked about last week, candy canes, there's a bunch of legends that wrap around there. And while pretzels kind of had, a bunch, there is a general belief that comes with that, kind of central one, not all over the place, that around 1670, there was a choir master at Germany's Cologne Cathedral, again, Germany, we're 2 weeks in a row for, food origins, legends, or whatever. But that he gave these treats to fidget choir boys to keep them quiet during Christmas Eve Mass. The church kind of ejected, pulled sugar sweets were big at that time. So, they didn't think it was appropriate to eat candy during church. So, lo and behold, curved the top, and made kind of sugar hooks and, something, kind of resembling that. I know I can't find anything old, but that's the closest thing, at one time and for the longest time, candy canes were, there was not the red and white in it. There wasn't even peppermint. Come up a little bit, where they start to see, here we go. We'll swig it. 1700s pulled sugar sweets were all the rage in Germany. And, like, see here, again, they were all white. What they really think that the hook came from is they were the hang on Christmas trees. It was customary in a lot of German traditions to hang cookies, candy, and treats on the Christmas tree, at Christmas time, duh. And the hook obviously solved that, problem, but again, that's belief, not fact. But what we do know is we had all white hooked pulled sugar treats. No peppermint yet. God, this stuff sucks. I could have almost done it. I'll continue to power through. Pardon me. So, the peppermint, and the red stripes, those would not come till about, the turn of the 19th century. But prior to that, we have in 1844, we have the first recipe for peppermint sticks appears. With that, it gave detailed instructions. What you were doing, you were leaving most of your candy, sugar, whatever, white. You dyed a small bit another color. They didn't even say red; they just said another color. You roll them together, and then you created a twisted pattern. God. Ooh. In 1847, that's when we get the first actual kind of documented use of actual sugar candy canes to celebrate Christmas. And this actually comes from the U.S. It comes from Worcester, Ohio, where August Ireland, he was a German, Swedish immigrant, who used it to decorate a Christmas tree, and he decorated, I think they said like a blue spruce or something like that, with candy canes and paper ornaments. His kids liked the tradition, they carried it on, and that was kind of the first that we really hear about it. Before we go into the last bit, we'll just kind of chug it, finish it off, and just get it done. Oh, God. Oh. God, mm, that was that was horrible. It was a bad idea. That's probably one of my some of my dumber ideas. Frig, Jesus. Oh, oh God. Anyway, it wasn't until. Sorry, guys. Um, it just was a really dumb idea. It wasn't until about the 1900s when we get the red and white candy canes that had become popular. You know, you know, and it combined obviously that red and white stripe with the hook shape. But the issue with those is that they were all made by hand. They were locally made. They were very prone to breakage because it was very laborious to get it, and obviously, it was very hard, and few could perfect that. See if I can wash it down with our Guinness chocolate mint stout. Hopefully, counteract the mint, with some chocolate. Oh God, that's so much better. I guess I can add pain to misery. We got believe it or not, I actually have a peppermint chocolate chip granola bar. So I guess I can add to Misery Loves Company. No, that's just as pepperminty, but at least it kind of tastes. It's just straight up peppermint, just smack you in the face peppermint. Gets rid of that burny taste that comes off of this crap. But in any event, we're in the 1900s. We start to get that. You start to see. I think Smithsonian has shown, some of the early Christmas cards. Around that time had that, but it's not going to be until 1957. A George Keller. He's the brother-in-law of a candy maker at the turn of the century, at the 1900s. He's producing it, I think, down south, if I recall correctly. I cannot remember. And he gets a patent. He gets it for automated candy cane machine. This obviously allows for uniformity. Makes them sturdier. They're obviously a hell of a lot easier to produce, and even better, they're cheaper, and they're not prone to breakage. They combine that with perfection to seal them in cellophane and air wrap them. And obviously they can now ship them much further than the local productions would have with that. And then that's where, popularity really takes off in connection with that. It's so much better of a beer than that stuff. And again, the whole thing about like candy cane stripes and colors, that's obviously another mystery that exists out there. Nobody knows who, what, why, or anything with it. All things range from there. Again, like pretzels, there are a lot of Christian, intertwining in this mythology of it. The hook shape represent J for Jesus, or obviously the shepherd's crooks with it. You see a lot of them. They have like the one stripe and the three stripes. The three stripes are representing the Holy Trinity. The red is obviously the blood of Christ that comes on there. There's even such wild kind of theories out there that the stripes somehow, I have no friggin' clue how they would even be, but they were a secret code amongst persecuted Christians back in England and Germany. I don't know. You tell me how that lines up. And then, another thing is that the mint that's in them is a nod to the herb hyssop, Hyssop. I guess I'm pronouncing that right. I have no freaking clue. But this is a nod to, roots of Old Testament because it's a member of a mint family with, that appears in the Old Testament. But despite all that, one of the things can definitely, got stuff stuck. One of the things we can definitely say off of that is candy canes. These are definitely the number one chocolate candy sold in December. Of all the, candy canes, and it's estimated like there's like 2 billion candy canes that are produced a year. 90% of them are sold between Thanksgiving and Christmas. Surprise, surprise. And the single biggest week of sales is the second week of December. Don't know why. Most people, I guess have started to decorate Christmas trees or what have you. You get in a Christmas mood. It is what it is. But apparently the second week is that. Other big kind of things with that is, the world's longest candy cane ever, or that has been recently produced, is 51 feet. That's one hell of a freaking candy cane. And there was a study, believe it or not, fund money to study anything, but as I think it was 2019 that it was there, they did a survey of people who eats what from which way, and they found out in a survey that 58% of people eat the straight end, 30% start with the curved side, and then there's the other 12, I guess, who are psychos who break them apart into pieces and then eat the pieces, and do it that way, I guess I go off of the straight end, sometimes we'll break it up, break it in half or what have you. So, but, there you go. Everything you ever wanted to know about candy canes, but, you never want to ask or were afraid to ask. So it is what it is. And, so I guess, the review, I guess we got to rate this guy. So as you can see, we give this a half a bagel. Didn't think I'd ever give anything a half a bagel. It's hot garbage. The burniness, no, that's the wrong term to use, but it's just a lot of mint that's in there. Like I said, on the backside, I get taste of kind of almost burny, like, charred, like you put toast in too long. Afternotes. I didn't get any chocolate off of this thing. It's serviceable to a certain point. Not going to actively seek it out. Like I said, in the grand scheme of things, it's worse than the freaking chili hazelnut that I had. I just didn't like it. I know some people out there might, but for me, I did not get any taste. All I had was peppermint. Got a taste of, burnt afternotes. It just was not a good beer. That's all I could say. So, half a bagel out of 5. That's what we're gonna give it. Whatever. It is what it is. So that is kind of, I guess, the review for today. Hopefully you learned a little bit about, not that you really needed it, but you got what you needed about peppermint. Thank God for my chocolate mint stout from Guinness, and even my wonderful peppermint granola bar helped wash out the nastiness of peppermint porter. It just was not a good beer. I guess, like I said, I don't know what the hell that possessed me to buy it, but it is what it is. We tried it, we drank it, we drank it, we didn't like it. Again, I thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you learned a little bit. What you learned is not to drink beer. Thankfully, it's a limited time offering, so it's probably not even still out for distribution. But if you do see it on the shelves, hopefully maybe take the advice, not pick it up, and pass on and get something a little bit better. Get some, if you find it, some Guinness chocolate mint stout. If you really got that peppermint or mint craving to scratch. So it is what it is. And I thank you guys for tuning in, and we will catch you next week. Thanks, guys.